Hi, it's Lori from Positive Thanks Living. Merry Christmas. It is the 25th day of collaging, Barbara's December daily collaging. And today I'm not following a prompt. I'm actually going to make a lantern. And the idea came from Maud Hiemstra. I'm sorry, Maud. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. She has been making lanterns through this December, and I started off making one in early December, or it might have been even November. Yeah, it was November. Oh dear, that long ago. But she gave out this pattern, and I'm going to link below to the video where the pattern is. And I recommend that you watch Maud's different lantern making videos. They're fascinating. She's fascinating. I love her style. So that's what I'm doing for day 25. This was sorry, I'm picking up my journal. Day 24. And I'm out of numbers. There were only 24 numbers because, of course, in an Advent calendar, 25 is the end, is the final. So we did this one, and it was the prompt about love. And I talked about how, in my mind, I was taking an artistic stance that love is both waiting, just like the shepherds. They watched their flocks in one spot. Sometimes love is just waiting and being patient. And sometimes love is doing things, is taking action, is moving. Just like the wise men, they traversed afar. So, depending upon what season you are in, who needs to be loved, you may be doing a lot of things, or you may be just waiting patiently. So Christmas is here. We were waiting patiently while we were doing collaging. And I'm going to make a lantern, following the pattern. So I had cut out this pattern, and then I cut out to make the vellum pieces. And we're going to put it together today. There's a bunch of nativity images. I printed these out. And I'll put a link to where I found those on Etsy also. And the rest of the images that you'll see, the angels and the whatever these are. I think they're holly. I don't know. I printed they're from the Premium Graphics Fairy. So the idea is to arrange them on the 4 pieces of the lantern and then put the lantern together. I'm going to begin by attaching the vellum to this side, to the back side of the form of the side with glitter glue. As you can see, this paper I put through my embossing machine. So it was just plain, not too heavy of a cardstock, somewhat of a cardstock. And let's put down our vellum. I created the pattern of stars on my computer and printed it out on this vellum because I wanted it to look like a snowy, like an evening sky. So there's 1, 2, next 25. I must be candid with you. I'm not doing this on the 25th, nor the 24th for that matter. I made this ahead of time, both 24 and 25, because I knew how busy things would be. And yet I wanted to finish I finished 25, well, when this finally uploads, I finished 25 days of collaging practice. And it's been interesting. I've loved watching other people's, you know what I was going to do? I was going to ink these. I guess I'm not. Or maybe I'll do it afterward, very carefully. I've seen Catherine from Sunnyside Journals. She takes like a Q-tip and will very carefully ink the edges of things. I'll do that later, off camera, because I don't have a Q-tip here with me at my table. If I still want to do it later. Okay, that's 3, and one more. Here's 4. I'm trying to be careful. One side has the raised embossed, and one side is the depression of the embossing, and I want the raised embossing on the outward side of each side of the lantern. And I'll put a little tea light in there so that you can see it. I have both tea lights and candles that are battery operated, so I'll see which one looks best. I don't think the battery operated candles I have are small enough. All right, so now I have 4 sides of my lantern. One side, I want to have Mary and Joseph as have arrived, the baby's born, baby Jesus is born. And I think I'd like to have this at the top, the angels over top heralding the baby. And of course, I probably should have done this smaller in size, but it's good enough for me right now, I think. All right, there's one. Let me do this first. Whether I add some more of the little sprigs, I don't know. But at this point, we're just going to leave it like this. Now, if I were to put this on, where do you think the best place for the... Let's put this one on first. Yeah, 25 days. Now it's Christmas. Every time I start a challenge or something that lasts for a while, 30 days or such. I did 30 days in November of being thankful, both writing about it and doing some paper playing with paper. When I'm finished, I think to myself, I'm never going to do this again. This was too much. Just too much. Yeah. And then I do it again. And this hasn't been too bad, even though I've chosen also to film for... I've never filmed this much, recorded this much, ever. So That has been interesting, more than actually doing the paper, making 25 videos in a row. That's been interesting. I've definitely felt a sense of respect for those that do this all the time. There's one angel. Here's the other angel. Let's how they fit making videos into their day. Okay, so there's the first one, and I'm going to leave it here and come back to it later perhaps. Next, I have the baby. Nope, I think this is too big. I'm not going to use that. Let's do Mary and Joseph as they're traveling. I have the wise men traveling also. But we'll do Mary and Joseph traveling. And I'll put them opposite each other. So one is the journey and one is the destination. Do you often do things for a consecutive number of days? I mean, deliberately. Things that aren't necessary, meaning it's not a part of your job, it's not something that you're doing because you have to do it, laundry, dishes, that sort of thing. Rather, it's an endeavor that you've set for yourself. One thing I learned from Maud, watching Maud's lantern videos, she will often have things hanging down into the vellum, and I really like that a lot. I have a wee little star here from the other day. Put that up there. Possibly. I don't know yet. All right, I'm going to put these two down. One and two. Still come up? It might. No. Let's pull it up just a wee bit like this. I'm going to show on the vellum. It's supposed to dry clear, so we're going to go with that premise that it will dry clear. I think I've run out of things to talk about today. For your Christmas, I wish you all the things that you enjoy. And if you can't get together with those you love, I'm so sorry. It's hard. Maybe next year. Maybe next year, huh? our son and his wife, they did a little song for the music as part of our church's Christmas program, and she sang about one of the popular songs. It's escaped me now, but thinking. The concept being that maybe next year, if not this year. I'll put it in writing above this little portion. If I think about it, when I remember. All right, kings, you're going to be walking toward Bethlehem, following the star. Be fun to have a star up there, wouldn't it? But we have stars. I think I'd like to have a star with the baby, which is a problem because I haven't cut out a star. Do you sing at Christmas time? Is there a Christmas carol that you need to have sung to feel like, oh, it's Christmas? Or need to hear to identify this is Christmas? Is there a dessert that you love? Does it have to be a pie or a cake or a pudding? And I know it's going on an angle, but that's okay. They're walking up a hill. Let's put some of this up here, hanging down. Yep, like that. We're doing a small celebration. Our children, adult children and grandchildren, we live at about 10 minutes apart from each other. So we've been seeing each other regularly, even in this time period. So I feel very thankful that remains at this moment anyhow, the plan. We'll have a lunch or appetizers at our daughter's, Sarah's, and then we'll have the main meal at our home, and we'll have then dessert at our son and daughter-in-law and grandchildren's home in there, so that the children can go to bed in a timely manner. Last one. It's the baby. There he is. I am going to find a star to put here. I'll do that later because I don't have one right now. And we'll put the holly or the whatever this is here, like a little place for him to lie. one of the songs that I like listening to at Christmas is Mary, Did You Know? Have you heard that one? Yeah. We have our children and they grow up and they go into the world. We don't know what life holds in store for them. Perhaps that's why we find that song as mums particularly poignant. Can't have it too far low because the lantern has to stand on its own. So this isn't going to actually be glued into my journal. It'll just be there, tucked inside, that I can take a look at it and remember this year, this 2020. Yeah. And all it held. All right. I think her wings are too big. I like this angel very much. I like but her wings are too big. So here we go. We have the baby. Let's put Mary and Joseph walking. Nope. Yeah. So like this. I think we'll have it like this. So the first thing to do will be to connect these two pieces. And the tricky part will come when I have to do the fourth. That I know. Washi tape is what I'm going to use because I can always, it'll release so that I can correct anything that I've done wrong. Maud recommends some strips of paper, and perhaps that would have been more wise, but at this point, this is the decision I've made. I'm gonna run with it. Try anyhow. Here we go. And the nice part is these will fold flat to store for next year. Didn't think of that, did I? How that was going to go together. Maybe putting it together first would have been a better choice. I don't know. You'll have to let me know if you decide to do this. Bend the four together. So you can see here, like this, and like this. Yeah, I think I'm liking this. Now comes the tricky part. Put half on here. see how it'll work. If not, I may still have to do a piece of paper. This may work out okay. And if it does, hurrah! Come on. You can do it. There's a wee little edge. Do you see of that leaf there? All right. It's not quite straight either, but... And there we go. There's the lantern. The 4 different sides. And I'll put a star up here. I have an idea of which star I want to choose. Okay. And that makes 25. 25 videos with 25 different collaging experiences in this book. There we go. And so 25. Shall I go from the beginning? Here we are. There's the outside of it. Oh my, is this ever huge. I'm going to have to find something to tie it together. We have the entry page, 2020, a time to remember. Sure is. 1, 2, 3, with this taggy thing that moves. 4, 5, watercolored that and then made a little tag. 6, with the present that folds open. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and then 25. And that has been Barbara's December Daily Collaging for 2020. I wish you all well. I wish you a blessed, wonderful, happy Christmas. Take care. It's Lori from Positive Thanks Living.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Next year all our troubles will be miles away. Once again, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us will be near to us once more. Someday soon we all will be together, if the Lord allows. Until